lot of Aussie boys here, which is nice for me, and hopefully it's a good thing for the Punjab camp. But yeah, it does feel at home. I mean, I've obviously played for Punjabs before. It was my second year in the IPL that I moved to here, so yeah, it's all familiar. I love the IPL. I've been here. I don't know. You might know, but I think at least 10 years as part of the IPL. So it's a competition that I absolutely love. It's a mainstay in the calendar. It's something we all look forward to, and personally, I look forward to. So yeah, it's exciting to have the opportunity to bring some success to this franchise. Look, we haven't quite got there, but usually it's pretty self-explanatory for myself in terms of, like you said, I've been around for a while now, so I know batting most likely in the middle somewhere. There might be opportunity, as we know, to bat up the top. It's all things that I'm sure they're gonna sort out, and then we're gonna talk about as a team or as individuals. But yeah, that's what these next. We've still got about 5 days, I think, before our first game, so that's what we'll be sorting out, I guess. Honestly, it sounds cliche, and if you asked me when I was younger, I would have said yes. Of course, I'd love to bat up the top. But in the position I'm in, I feel like, yeah, it's truly whatever's best for the team. I enjoy both. I've batted in the middle order for a long time now. I enjoy that challenge. Yeah, I mean, there's the other aspects of wanting to score as many runs as you can for a competition, which is great. But at the end of the day, we're here to win, and I want to be a part of that and a winning team and contribute as much as I can and make an impact in the games as much as I can. So if that ends up being in the middle order, like it is for Australia or a lot of teams around the world, then absolutely fine. If it needs to be at the top, then I'm ready to go as well. Look, I haven't been keeping a close eye on these conversations, but look, to be honest, I think it does diminish the usefulness of an all rounder, and it does mean that it's very hard for an all rounder to get into the team unless you're used as the impact player. I think. Look, I would think for Indian cricket, you'd want to develop your all rounders as fast as possible, and that is part of the game where, yes, it means that also going into an auction and that sort of thing, that the team with the best balanced team, and as you know, we've got a lot of all-rounders in our team at the Punjab Kings. Look, I think the impact player sort of takes away from that a little bit. So, yeah, look, I love being in the game. I love batting and I love bowling. So ideally, I'd love to take the ball. Really interesting. Again, I haven't been completely following Harry Brooks' story and that sort of thing, but I do know obviously he's pulled out late and last minute, and there's new rules in place to try and stop that. Look, which I think, depending on maybe everyone's individual case and as to why they're pulling out, which I think would be taken into account when decisions are made. Look, I'm yeah. Once you're committed and in such a big competition where teams are building their teams around individuals and that sort of thing, I think, look, it does make sense if it's still worked in conjunction with the person that's pulling out. Obviously, there's things that happen in life these days that mean players have to sort of take a rest from certain situations. So I understand that as well. But yeah, I do think it's obviously we want to respect the competition and the teams and what it's doing for us here and the setup and the people that are relying on us as well. To stick to the plan, and if you put your name in there, it is on you to rock up in the best condition you can. I mean, there's family emergencies and things like that, which I'm sure, yeah. Again, I'm not completely across it, but yeah, look, I do understand the rule and the point of view. I mean, I still am going to be available / playing international cricket for Australia in the T20 format. It was just a decision to step away from one-day cricket, which look, with the One Day World Cup still quite a distance away, and it might have seemed like a quick decision, but it was something that had been spoken about with the coach of Australia and stuff over quite a few weeks/months. I'm at peace with that decision. I love competitive cricket. I'm a competitor, as you know, and I want to be playing for as long as I can. And I think that decision allows me to have more longevity and play rather than trying to squeeze everything into my calendar. Yeah, and to be honest, and to this competition, the IPL, leading into the IPL, it was a priority to me to come to this tournament in the best shape as I can. So yeah, I'm at peace with it. I still want to play a lot more for Australia. T20 is my bread and butter, is what I feel like that's where my skills are best performed. So yeah, lots more T20 cricket for Australia, ideally. But yeah, at peace with the decision in general. I was still watching the group chats and that sort of stuff, and the boys were having fun. There's always that little bit of FOMO, but it's also yeah, hard to compete with a little bit of time at home in sunny Perth, on the beach and having a nice coffee. I think the next generation of cricketers, not to say I'm not in that generation, but you know the young generation coming up, they're super talented, they're super confident. They've had the almost the advantage of growing up with IPL, being under pressure from early in their career. It's brilliant to see the way how fearless they are with their cricket, and especially Indian cricket. I think you never know with retirements come T20 World Cups. There might be people coming out of retirement. We've seen that before as well. So obviously Rohit and Virat are two of the greatest that have played. So I won't count anything out there. And then the depth of Indian cricket, we've seen it through Test cricket. We saw it when they toured Australia years ago, and beat Australia in Australia. There's great depth here. There always has been, and I think it's great that they're getting the chance to show their skills on a world stage. And yeah, look, I think they will win a lot of competitions, a lot of ICC competitions. I think I don't know. I don't want this to be part of the story, but maybe if they have to travel for some of the games, we'll see if that sort of evens that playing field. But you can leave that out if you want. But that's just a little sly jab. What an exciting time for cricketers! What a great time to. Obviously, cricket's just going from strength to strength around the world in general, but then to have it possibly in the Olympics, is it definitely in the Olympics or is possible? That's just, I think, a great opportunity again, a great opportunity for people that maybe don't watch cricket as well around the world to have it on that type of world scale. Yeah, nothing else to say apart from what a great time to be playing cricket. And we've known each other for a long time. We've got a mutual friend in Perth that has known him for a long time as well. So that's sort of how that relationship started. Yeah, we're in touch. We're in touch, but sporadically, like a lot of us are, just through the busy schedules in our own lives and all that sort of stuff. But we're always make sure we're catching up when we're in the same cities and that sort of thing. But yeah, what a great career it's been so far. It's definitely not finished. It seems like he's worn a few caps throughout his career in terms of being the young guy coming into an Indian team that's that forced his way in there at such a young age and showed such confidence in himself to crack into such a good team, to then leading the team and almost changing the whole culture of Indian cricket and inspiring a lot of the young cricketers around India and around the world. And then a whole new phase of the fitness side of things as well that he inspired in the Indian setup, to now almost maybe mentoring, and he's got his family now as well. So there's the different phases that we go through as a cricketer, and that he's been through and I think all of them have served a purpose, not only for himself but as a mentor for the wider public and the cricket community. So always hats off to him, to be honest. And yeah, I think they all suit him well. No regrets. Would I have loved to play Test cricket? Of course, but I think um, where do I see my career? I want to play. I'm very lucky, and that I really enjoy what I do. I really enjoy the cricket side of thing, but I also enjoy the lifestyle of being healthy, being ready to go. I've someone like Faf du Plessis, you see him at 40. That's a nice blueprint for me, I think, and we're probably pretty similar like that. That's where I see my career. I think we're in a great era to be able to play longer. I think even guys like MS, it shows that, especially T20, that we thought maybe in the past was a young person's game. I think it's shown that the experience, the calm head, all that sort of stuff, and the longevity of being in sport is something that really excites me. That challenge. And then as for red ball cricket, I would have absolutely loved it, but I'm more than at peace with the way my career's gone and the opportunities that have been created to me through something like T20 cricket as well. And yeah, I think playing three formats would have definitely been tough because the adaptation and being an all rounder and that sort of thing. But it would have been a lovely thing to have.